If a global superpower attempted to invade Iran, it would not resemble the rapid offensives seen in some past Middle Eastern conflicts. It would likely be slower, more complex, and far more unpredictable. Iran is not just another regional battlefield. It is a country shaped by geography and strategy in ways that strongly favored defense. First, consider the size. Iran covers more than 1.6 million square kilometers. Its terrain is dominated by rugged mountain ranges such as the Zagros and Alborz, vast deserts, and elevated plateaus. For any invading force, this geography creates immediate challenges. Mountains restrict armored movement. Deserts stretch supply lines. Major cities are dense and difficult to control. Distance alone becomes a defensive asset. Logistics would be one of the greatest obstacles. Modern military operations depend on continuous supply chains, fuel, ammunition, food, medical support. In a country as large and geographically complex as Iran, those supply lines would be long and vulnerable. Protecting them would require enormous manpower and constant air support. But geography is only part of the equation. Iran's military doctrine is built around asymmetric warfare. Instead of competing directly with technologically superior forces in conventional battles, Tehran focuses on strategies designed to impose high costs on any attacker. The Islamic Revolutionary Corps plays a central role in this approach. It is structured not only as a military force, but as a defensive network prepared for irregular warfare and prolonged resistance. One of Iran's most significant deterrents is its missile arsenal. Analysts widely assess that Iran possesses one of the largest ballistic missile inventories in the Middle East. Many of these systems are mobile, meaning they can be relocated quickly to avoid detection. Some are believed to be housed in hardened or underground facilities, sometimes referred to as missile cities. Even if an attacker achieved air superiority, eliminating every missile launcher would be extremely difficult. Missiles provide strategic leverage. They can target regional military bases, critical infrastructure, and energy facilities. This raises the stakes of any escalation. A conflict would not remain confined to single front. Then there is the maritime dimension. Iran sits along the Persian Gulf and borders the Strait of Hormuz, one of the most strategically important waterways in the world. A significant portion of global oil exports passes through this narrow corridor. In a conflict scenario, Iran could attempt to disrupt shipping using naval mines, anti-ship missiles, drones, and fast attack boats. Even limited disruption could cause global energy prices to spike sharply, with immediate economic consequences worldwide. Beyond its borders, Iran has cultivated influence and partnerships across parts of the Middle East. Relationships with armed groups in Iraq, Syria, Lebanon, and Yemen mean that confrontation could expand regionally. Instead of a single battlefield, multiple pressure points could emerge simultaneously. This complexity increases uncertainty and risk. History also offers cautionary lessons. Removing a government through force is one challenge. Stabilizing and governing a large country afterward is another. Iran's population exceeds 80 million people. National identity is strong, and prolonged occupation could face sustained resistance. Urban environments, mountainous terrain, and local networks can complicate counterinsurgency operations significantly. Economic implications would extend far beyond the region. Energy markets are sensitive to instability in the Gulf. Insurance rates for shipping could rise. Global markets could react sharply. The economic ripple effects would not be limited to the Middle East. It is important to distinguish between different levels of conflict. Limited airstrikes or targeted operations are not the same as a full-scale invasion and occupation. The latter would require far greater resources, international political backing, and long-term commitment. For these reasons, many strategic analysts conclude that while military strikes are conceivable under certain circumstances, a full ground invasion of Iran would carry extraordinary costs and unpredictable consequences. Geography favors defense. Military doctrine favors attrition. Missile capabilities deter escalation. Maritime leverage amplifies economic impact. Regional networks expand the battlefield. Invading Iran is not impossible in theory, but in practice it would be one of the most complex military undertakings of the modern era. And in geopolitics, complexity often acts as a powerful deterrent.